everything is made out of the same stuff, whether you call that stuff light or energy, it doesn't matter, but it's just the same stuff. The only caveat that I'm going to attach to it is that all matter and all existence carries an intelligence behind it. And we human beings, we are limited in our senses. Even in our visual senses, we're very limited. We only are able to witness things that we have a paradigm, a construct for. And if we don't have a construct for it, we become oblivious to it, and it's as if it doesn't exist. And that's just the way the human mind works, because the human mind is constantly filtering. It's constantly taking in a plethora of information, and in order to make decisive equations and analysis and decisions, it needs to sort out all what it considers superfluous knowledge. And so therefore, the human being's mind focuses on what's necessary, what it considers prudent, and begins to use logic and analysis with that material. So for example, an individual will say, my heart is beating all the time, but I never seem to hear it. Well, in fact, if we would hook up technology that was equivalent to the way your ears function, then that technology would in fact pick up your heartbeat. But you don't hear it because it's a constant, and so therefore, since it's a constant, you just zero it out as if it doesn't exist, so you can focus on what's an aberration. Because you're programmed to deal with fight and flight, with threats, and overcome those threats by struggle or aversion. And so it's important for an individual to begin to blossom in their perception to understanding that just because you do not witness the intelligence behind something does not mean that it is not intelligent. In fact, if it really was intelligent, it probably wouldn't interact with you because you don't have a construct to recognize it. So it's not really going to win. It's not really going to spend its time. In the Egyptian Book of the Dead, there are many comments about this. OSIRIS writes, and throughout the mystical traditions, they all have the same notion, which is that all intelligences existed in the abstract, in the potential, all wrapped in the singular intelligence of source energy. And collectively, the potentials got together and they discussed it amongst themselves, and they said, wouldn't it be great to venture out as separate splinters of all source energy, where we do not recognize each other, we do not know each other, and it would be wonderful to exist in a physical, actualized construct and learn the nature of our true essence and reunite. Because if we learn the nature of our true essence and reunite, then the love we have will be far more profound, because it will be actualized love. And the love we have right now is only potential love. And so OSIRIS comments actually that they agreed to, as splinters of potential intelligence splintered off, they agreed to clothe themselves in body and become gods, each in themselves, each individual gods, and walk down streets that were well lit and not recognize each other, even though they're all part of the same stuff. They're all part of the same oneness. And that is a beautiful drama. It's a beautiful love story. And the reason why that's beautiful is because instead of being loving in potential, they have the opportunity to be loving in actual, in an actualized fashion. And what that enables them to do is to understand what it is to be without and understand the darkness. And then because you understand without and the darkness, you have excess passion in the reunion. And so the love you choose when you have the mask of forgetfulness, the choices you make are far more poignant because you have a greater degree of freedom. You have more variables, you have more potential, you have unlimited options and choices. So when you choose, your choice is not just a choice, it is the choice, and it is expression of actualized true love. And so they agreed to go into this status of dimensionality of limitations in order to experience variation, division, polarities, so that when you make a choice, that choice is sacred. That choice is meaningful. It's not just you're flowing according to your nature, but your nature has an opportunity to exist within all things being equal, and you get in freedom to actualize those choices. And what you hope to do is you hope to keep making choices and actualizing closer and closer and closer to the frequency of your source root energy. Because the source root energy of the intelligence called all source is unconditional love, which is called true love. True love. Love is used a lot in the English lexicon, and it's quite misused. So I use the term true love. The ancients in the time of Jesus, they used the word ahava, which was reserved for true love. And it wasn't used for anything else. If a person liked someone, or if a person found someone attractive, there were other words for it. But the word ahava, that word was for true love. And it's actually numerologically equivalent to a equation for true love. For the letters are aleph, which is alpha, which is a single point. And then the letter He, which is the fifth letter, which is 5 points, which is a box. Point, point to the right and left and on the bottom, parallel, and then a point in the middle. So the point in the middle that was the alpha is now expressing its energy in all 4 directions. It is giving outwardly, unconditionally in all 4 directions in the 4D world that it's existing in. So it's expressing its inner song unconditionally in all 4 directions. And what that yields is bet, which is beta, a second individual. And that second individual then is followed by another he, ahava. So the expression of one individual expressing unconditional true love outward in all directions, indiscriminately, it awakens another to that same frequency to then join in broadcasting in all 4 directions, unconditionally in true love. And slowly, they awaken each other one by one by one, and they are not separate. They're all one consciousness. They're not divided. They're all broadcasting the highest frequency of all source energy. And they're uniting with the oneness of all things in our realm. The stuff that everything is made out of, they are broadcasting the essence of the collective, of all, and they're tapping into that, and they're broadcasting it outward unconditionally in the true essence of that song. So in that way, they are now actualizing in a free will construct the true essence of all source energy. And that's the whole point of existence.
Watch each one reach for creature comfort, for the filling of their holes in the blood of Eden. Lie the woman and the man, the man and the woman, and the woman and the man in the blood of Eden. Lie